And welcome to Belmore Sports Ground on this epic Tuesday night clash in the final round of the SRL with big stakes on offer between the Canterbury Bankstown Bulldogs and the Brisbane Broncos. I'm your host, Tyron Clay, and with me in the commentary box to dissect this one is co-commissioner Will Kay. Will, how are we?
I am looking forward to this game tonight, Clay. You know, a lot on the line for both teams here. The Broncos fighting to keep their season alive, to make it into the top 8 just by the skin of their teeth. The Bulldogs looking to make a top 4 spot. It's going to be quite a match tonight as these two teams do battle.
Yeah, and both teams seem to be coming in with good form. Obviously, the Broncos, they did knock off the Storm in the previous week, so at least they've beaten some quality sides, and the Bulldogs as well. I think they've won their last few games, so it'll be interesting to see how this one plays out, as Broncos will be getting first touch of the ball, and Caleb Jeff breaks the tackle off the kickoff. And great run off right there from Caleb Jeff is going to be first play. Goes out to Justin Plays. He is going to make a great play there. Is going to be second tackle now for the Broncos. They're going to try another inside play. Luke Short's going to get it, but he's only going to get to the 40-metre line. Third tackle now for the Broncos. They're just working their way into the Bulldogs, and Isaac Edwards, he almost looked like trying to throw that. He did it though, thankfully, as Brown, they're going to pass it. Sharp just gets taken down, and the Broncos, with a great set. And Luke Short ends it off with a brilliant kick.
Oh, that's nice.
They're going to let it bounce here, the Doggies. Oh, Slugger takes it, but Slugger's going to be dragged back into the in-goal. Brisbane, great start to this game.
Yeah, we'll talk about showing up early. That is a terrific set there from the Broncos, topped off with a perfect kick from Luke Short. He pinned, I think that's Angie Slugger on that wing, into the corner. It's a great chase. Oh, but Caleb Jeff! He is going to be whacked into next week.
He was whacked into next week, and the Doggies get the ball back. And the Broncos just filthy, just giving up good opportunities. Now we get to see Maxwell offload it towards Jackson. Great run there for the Doggies. They've got some field position. Hodgson's going to take a run now. And the Dogs close to the 30-metre line. Going to be third tackle here. Going to go out. Kamene, he's going to step through one. And gets the plays, but he'll be taken down 12 metres out. They're going to go left. Hodgson. Now the Doggies, they're going to get a chance here at the Broncos line. Fifth and last. Hellier back for Jackson. Puts up the bomb. Tap back for Kobe Johnston. Is he going to drive for the line? No. And the Broncos managed to survive there.
Yeah, good scramble defense there from the Broncos, just holding Kobe Johnston out from getting to the try line. And we've seen it time and time again, the Broncos having some really good line defense in some of their games. Defensively, they're rated quite well, so it'll be interesting to see how they go tonight against a very hard-hitting Bulldogs forward pack.
It will be, as Isaac Edwards takes a run for himself. Brilliant run there from the halfback, and it's going to be fourth play now for the Broncos. They're going to go. Sharp's going to step through one, and the Broncos going to end their set where they ended their first set. And Isaac Edwards, they're going to let it bounce again here. He comes up with it. He's going to score. That's unbelievable. They're going to go upstairs, but I think he scored this.
You cannot blame Blake Harris. You cannot blame Blake Harris for setting this one up. That is an absolute howler from Maliaki, and what a try there. The way he slid in. The Broncos are on the board. They're in the faces of the Bulldogs, and they are here to compete tonight.
And that was one of the best tries you'll see. Not normally just those crossfield kicks come off, and Bulldogs, they let it bounce the first time. They got dragged back into the in-goal a second time, and they've conceded a try. So Definitely
good
something
kick.
they'll have to talk about. Oh, what a kick from Bakers. Straight from the sideline. The Broncos up 6-0, but what a try that was from the Broncos.
Yeah, here's that one on the replay again. There's a beautiful crossfield kick there from Isaac Edwards. He just put it straight in the corner. And we've seen it a couple times in the SRL, but I don't think I've seen it this season at all. And probably not even last season, so it's a very rare one. But the way the ball bounced just favoured Maliaki. He was right on the spot and just slid in for the first for the Broncos. And hopefully they can get some confidence from that. And create a bit of momentum here early on into the match.
Yes, we get to see plays. Almost getting his way through, 30 metres out from his own line. Second play now. Amac. Not going to break through any tackles there, and it's going to be third play. Luke Short trying to go up the middle, but yet again, Moana there in defence, and going to be fourth play. Sonny Sharp and the Bulldogs, they hold them out to their own 40-metre line, and Bakers puts in a shocking kick. Hodgson, he's going to collect it, and Bakers probably needs to learn off his halves partner.
He probably does a little bit. Isaac Edwards with a good kick before. Luke Short with a good one before that. Bakers, he just needs to find a bit of confidence in this game. He's been given the reins the last couple weeks for the 6 jersey to lead this team around the park. He really just needs to embrace his game, which is, his kicking. Funnily enough, we saw that bad one. It's a rare one for John Bakers. His kicking's actually usually pretty good.
Yes, we had to see great play there from the Bulldogs, coming in with a brilliant run. Got the offload off, and it's going to be fifth and last, 10 metres out. Hell yeah, going to go for a grubber. Oh, Arke's there again. He steps one, manages to save it, but what a game Arke is having so far, you'd have to say.
Yeah, he's getting involved early here, Maliaki, in the centre role. Where he's found most of his season actually off the bench, so it's good to see him really embrace this role starting. I'm really excited for him tonight, so it's going to be looking like a good game, maybe a SimVP point-earning game for him if he keeps performing the way he is.
Ooh. And we get to see Luke Short attempting the 40-20 shocking kick, but Kobe Johnston, he'll be sat on his backside for his measures. As the Dogs here, they're going to get some really good field position. Second play. Hell yeah. Oh, long ball to Columbus. Oh, he's going to go out, though. Great cover defense there from the Broncos, and just disappointing there from the Dogs.
Well, here's that kick again, and you see how bad it was, but Zachary Brown just taking Columbus straight into touch. He's had some good games the last couple of weeks, Zachary Brown, and I don't know if he'll be staying at the Broncos for next season, but if he doesn't, wherever he ends up, they'll be lucky to have him. Looks like he's an up-and-coming young centre in the game, and he's just got a bit of finesse about him in both his attack and defense. He's just all-rounded as a centre.
He is, and be interesting to see where he goes if he does leave. And Broncos going to work it up. Sonny Sharp, they're going to get to halfway. It is already fourth tackle, though. Going to go out. Justin plays, steps past one. I think that's Ruben Mobbs there in defence, and the Broncos are restricted to a kick. Isaac Edwards, brilliant kick. Slugger's going to take it this time, and Slugger's straight through. Oh, but can't get past plays. And that was a great play there from Angie Slugger.
Yeah, great stuff there from Angie Slugger. Once again, another outside back getting involved here. The Bulldogs, they need to find some success down this end. They've had a lot of ball in this attacking third of the Broncos, so they really need to find some points shortly, or at the very least, just apply some pressure close to the line. And as I say that,
but as he says that, intercept. Baker's great heads-up play. So now it's going to be Caleb Jeff. He'll take the run. It's going to be second tackle here. They're going to spread it out to Sonny Sharp, who can't break away from that one, and he'll be taken down 5 short of halfway. Baker's off to Luke Short. Broncos not trying anything too fancy just yet. Fourth tackle. Oh, Baker's long ball out to Riker Manu. We know what he can do. That was a great run. Gets the Broncos into some field position now, 5th and last. Going to go back for Eddie Oliver. Putting up the bomb. Who's going to contest it? No one. Oh, he was in the field of play. That is brilliant heads-up play there from the Broncos.
Good stuff there from John Bakers. I was talking about his kicking game before. He's excellent at those bombs, placing them almost to perfection every single time. Chasing his own kick there. He just gets underneath the ribcage of Tatiero Maxwell and drags him back into his own in-goal for a repeat set. If the Broncos can score him, they owe him a very, very big congratulations and a big high five, I reckon.
Absolutely, and see what they can do here, the Broncos. It's going to go to AMAC, and they're going to get into this red zone. 3rd play now. Isaac Edwards takes it himself, but he'll be driven back. Broncos not going anywhere yet. 4th tackle. They're going to spread it out to Arkey. Steps past one. Dragged back there by Joseph Jackson, and it's going to be 5th and last now. It's going to go Eddie Oliver. Putting in. He knocks it on, and that was just a disappointing end to the sit there for the Broncos.
Yeah, Eddie Oliver just making a dog's breakfast of that one there. He had all the time in the world. I reckon we could have counted Mississippi's there between the time he got the ball and between the time that and he kicked it. He had so much time to kick it, and he waited to the last possible moment to do so, knocking the ball on. Just kick it through the line and let your chasers do the rest of the work. At the very least, you'll get a turnover. Oh, and they got lucky there.
Yes, the Broncos did get lucky there. They're going to start on halfway plays. He's going to take a run himself. Can he get past TTM? Yes, he can. Oh, he's going to go straight under the sticks. Justin plays. That was a great heads-up play from him. And the Broncos take a 10-0 lead here.
Beautiful stuff there from Justin Plays. He's playing excellently at fullback for this Broncos side. I don't know where he's off to next season. I know that he's been shopping around a little bit. He's been looking all over the shop, but I reckon he should stay here. The Broncos looks like it's a good home for him at fullback. They should offer him this full-time fullback jersey because he is doing a tremendous job there at the moment.
Yeah, he's in good form, and Bakers just neatly slots it over, 12-0. And it has been 20 minutes gone, which means we will see bench forwards for both sides coming onto the field momentarily, and maybe that's what the Bulldogs need. They just need that 14 and 15 to come on and give them some extra spark.
Yeah, maybe they do, but you got to be careful because I don't know if you looked at the team sheet this week, but the Broncos, they got Samuel Lillard and Murray McEnroe coming on. Samuel Lillard playing against his former club and giving away a penalty. That's not what you want, but Samuel Lillard against his former club in the last round of the season. I dare say, coming off the bench, he's going to be making them to look and make a big impact against Jack Tedesco and Filippo Gould.
Yeah, that wouldn't surprise me, as the Broncos here are going to get the tap. Sonny Sharp going to take the first run over the 40-metre line. Going to work it. First tackle. Here's Lillard himself. Gets the offload to Sharp. And we're going to get over halfway here. Second tackle. Going to spread it out to Zachary Brown. Can't get past the defence though, unfortunately. It's going to be third tackle. But they're going to go Isaac Edwards. Flat ball from McEnroe. The Broncos not offering too much just yet. As we see Luke Short fending one off. Oh, great run there. Gets them into some good field position, and it's going to be 5th and last here. It's going to go. Oh, Bakers. Perfect. Plays is on the end. Oh, this is just scintillating football from the Broncos. And they're up 16-0.
Well, the Broncos, they are just trampling their opposition at the moment. A beautiful kick from John Bakers. He had a bit of a shank early on. Like I said, though, he's embracing his game. He knows his quality. And now the Broncos have a kick to make it 18-0. The Bulldogs, you know, someone get a hand to their neck and look for a pulse because there's no signs of life at the moment.
Yeah, there is no signs of life, and the Broncos just absolutely steamrolling them. Just, the Bulldogs haven't offered too much. They did have a lot of ball down the Broncos end towards the first 10, 15 minutes, but now it's just The Broncos with 2 quick tries, and you have to be concerned for the Dogs now. I think they've got to score next, personally.
Yeah, well, they do. They get into dangerous territory now. If they don't score next and it's the Broncos, then they will have to have a record-breaking or record-equaling comeback for this game if they are to come back and win it. So one more try and, the Broncos, statistically, they're in the clear. But you don't want to say that too early, especially against a quality side like the Bulldogs. They've been known to pull stuff out of certain orifices at certain times. They can just be absolute freaks of nature. I think the main thing is not giving a penalty away on this set like they did previously.
Yeah, and great run from McEnroe just to get them up. Simon Hunt inside for plays.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
6-1. Justin plays. He's having a good game. Bulldogs in some trouble. The Broncos here 15 metres out. 4th play. They're just steaming through. Luke Short takes the run inside the 10. 5th and last. It's going to go back for Bakers. Crossfield. Oh, but Sharp just takes it and hangs onto it. And the Bulldogs, they were looking desperate there, but they do survive in the end.
Yeah, not a bad place to hand the ball over there. The Bulldogs need to make the most of their set here. They need to complete more than anything. The last couple of times they've had a hand on ball, they've thrown an intercept, a crap kick, something of the sort. And the Broncos have been able to take full advantage of it, so they really just need to hold on to the ball here.
As John Boy Mayava just gets driven back, and the Broncos, they are here to play not only on attack but on defence. It's going to be 4th play. I think they're going to try 40-20 here from Hellier. No. It's not a bad kick. Won't have the distance.
Oh.
Manu gets it. Manu doesn't step through anyone. And the Broncos here, they're going to work it up now. Sonny Sharp breaks through the line. Hits the offload to Luke Short. Broncos, they're just running through them at the moment. Sharp, oh no. Maybe, just maybe, that's what the Bulldogs need. Is Slugger almost went straight through there, and now you've got to think the Bulldogs have got to capitalise here.
Yeah, the Falcons just not giving any favours there to the Broncos. The Bulldogs, they need to make absolutely everything of this opportunity. No early kicks, no drop balls, no intercepts. They need to get down this end, put an attacking kick in, and hopefully get points on the board. If not, try and get the ball back in some sense.
As a great run from Mayava. 4th tackle now they're going to go. Elliott's going to pass along to Thomas Wallace. Wallace will be taken down 11 metres out. 5th and last, Hellier. What's he going to try and do? Oh, he knocks the ball on. And that was very disappointing there. Going to get a 7-tackle set here, 10 metres out the Broncos.
Yeah, not the best play there for Daniel Hellier. Yeah, took notes from Ellie Oliver's play earlier, which makes it probably a little bit less worse, I guess. Probably worse that Hellier did it after he saw what happened earlier, but he just needs to, control himself. And did Justin Plays just get taken out without the ball?
I don't know. I mean that is one way to stop him, as long as the ref doesn't see.
It's probably the only way to stop him at the moment.
Yeah, and the Dogs have got some good field position now. They've got to take advantage of it. We're going to spread it all the way out to their fullback. Oh, but that's Marley Arkey. Great defence. 3rd tackle now. Jackson takes it up himself. Bulldogs are going to try something here. Hodgson, flat-footed. They've got one play. It's going to go to Joseph Jackson.
That's better.
It's going to be a grubber. Oh, Tedesco, no, he's not going to get over. That was very unlucky for the Bulldogs. They had the right opportunity. They just didn't take it, though.
They just didn't make the most of it there. The kick, it was a pretty good kick there. But, Joseph Jackson, he just didn't put it quite in the right spot. It was definitely improvement from Daniel Hellier's kick just moments earlier. But the Broncos, they knew it was getting thrown at them and they had an answer for it. So they're going to be ready to go down the other side of the field now.
As we get to see, ball go to Simon Hunt. And Broncos going to get inside Bulldogs territory. 4th tackle. Isaac Edwards throws it to Lillard. He's been a little bit quiet so far. 5th and last now for the Broncos. They're going to go for John Bakers. Bit of a shallow kick. Slugger on the front foot, gets to it. Can't get to plays, but a great run there from Slugger. Now the Bulldogs start in a great field position. Joseph Jackson. Oh, gets past Justin Plays. And the Bulldogs, maybe this is what they need. They've got some good field position. 20 metres out. It's only 3rd play. 3rd tackle. Going to go inside for TTM. They're just trying to throw it around. Broncos seeing what they're doing. Now we get to see Joseph Jackson. Oh, was going to try and throw it. Decides to hold on to it. Probably the right call. As Hellier puts up the bomb. It's high. Oh, Brown though. I think the Broncos outside backs, especially their centres, are having brilliant games.
Yeah, they absolutely are. The centres for the Broncos have been really good defensively. In attack, they're getting involved. And we saw that early try from Mali Arki. We've seen a couple good runs from both himself and Zachary Brown. So when you got those centres playing well in attack, you really open up the rest of your players. You know, they get a little bit less fatigued, and they can just plan a little bit better what they want to do with their yardage kind of sets. So it really is handy when when the 2 centres from your team are just ready to rip in and make some meters.
Yeah, although great defensive set there from the Bulldogs. And we're talking about Zachary Brown. Great kick. And Mayaba does get the step on him though. Bulldogs starting the set on the 40-metre line. They're going to spread it short to Tedesco. The Bulldogs, they've got to try and score something before halftime, you'd have to think. As TTM can't get past Lillard. Saw what was happening. Read it perfectly. As we get to see now Joseph Jackson. He'll just take a run. Going to be 4th tackle. Gould gets driven back by Luke Short, and going to be 5th and last. Slow play the ball. Joseph Jackson just...
Oh! Look who it is! Look who it is!
Oh, that was looking very worrying. Luke Short from dummy half. Oh, the Broncos, they're trying everything in the book. What haven't they tried yet? Now it's Isaac Edwards, stuttering, giving it to McEnroe. 3rd tackle now, 10 metres out. They're going to go out for Zachary Brown. Is he going to stay in? Yes, he is. He's going to be dragged down in the corner. 4th tackle now. Simon Hunt. He's going to drive for the line. He's going to get down. He's scored. Sonny Tyler goes upstairs, but you'd have to think that's a try. Yes, it is.
Yeah, absolutely grounds the ball there. I don't blame him for having a look. There was player hands, legs, feet, arms, all over the shop there. Got a try here, and it's looking down the business end of 24-0. So not a great sign here for the Bulldogs. Simon Hunt, too big, too strong. The Broncos, they'll be very happy, and all the travelling fans will also be very chuffed with this performance so far.
Yeah, they will be. They're in the box seat right now, but the SRL is a funny game, so not going to speak too soon as we get to see Bakers perfectly slotting it. And Broncos, they're up 24-0, and there's 1 minute to go till half time, so you'd have to think for the Doggies, just get back in the sheds, have a big talk, and try and regroup. Just a very disappointing first half here from the Doggies.
Yeah, I mean, you go back into the sheds, and it's a hard job to, I don't know, reignite the flame in the belly of your team when they're down by 24 at halftime. You've really got to try something. So Damien Miner's got his work cut out for him. He's got one hell of a speech ahead of him if they are to get back in this game.
Yeah, whereas that'll take us to half-time. Broncos lead 24-0. as we welcome you back here for this second half, and the Broncos have shell-shocked the Bulldogs. They're cakewalking them at the moment, and just having a quick look at the stats, the Broncos had 65% possession, just absolutely immense for the Broncos. And okay, any thoughts on that first half?
Well, I think that sums it up very well. The Broncos, they have just been tremendous so far tonight. Oh, my, get off the hook there. Too hard from Isaac Edwards, but 35% possession is what the Bulldogs had in that first half. They had 4 incomplete sets. They had 6 from 10. 24 points conceded in your first half is not something any captain wants to have. If any captain could turn this around, though, it's going to be Damien Moana. So I guess we just have to wait and see. There's a lot riding on this game. The Canberra Raiders, especially, they're going to be backing their Canterbury boys here to try and get a win over the Broncos. Of course, if the Broncos go down this week, Raiders stay in the 8. If not, then it is their season done. So a lot riding on this. A lot of potential for this match. So strap in for the next 40 minutes.
Yeah, it's going to be one hell of a ride as Baker's just going to spread it to Anthony McDonald. And it is going to be second tackle. Going to go Isaac Edwards. Oh, and Isaac Edwards has been folded. Big players. Oh, another big run from Amac.
Ugh.
He's not meant to be on the field.
No. Like all their subs didn't work. Okay, fun.
Okay, it should work now.
Alright, 3, 2, 1.
So we get to see Edwards spread it out to Simon Hunt. He's going to play it 25 metres out, 5th and last. Going to go all the way back for Isaac Edwards. Caught by Vuva Lagawa, and the Bulldogs here going to work it out of their own end. Going to be a hard job, but going down the short side, Slugger sneaks past plays. That was looking very clunky, but they did manage to make it work, as now Bulldogs are going to try something here. Unfortunate there not to get anything else out of it. Third tackle. It's going to go Moana. And then Moana's been very quiet with the ball, so he'll be hoping to do a little bit more. He's get to see Joseph Jackson go straight through. Oh, but he throws the intercept.
Son.
And Morningstar goes the other way.
Go!
Will he beat the last defender? No, he won't. Oh, brilliant play there from Morningstar. So now we get to see Luke Short with the ball. And the Broncos. Oh, Bulldogs give away a penalty. And the Broncos are going to go for touch, which is interesting because they are straight in front. They could have just taken 2 points.
I mean, they're already up by 24 here, Tyrone. Just go for the kill shot, I reckon. 30 points to nothing. They don't even have to defend for the rest of the game, basically. The way the Bulldogs are playing, they could leave the field and the Bulldogs probably wouldn't be able to put a set together. So, not to be hypercritical or anything, but I think I agree with this decision to go for the try and back their attack here.
As Bakers is going to be taking their third tackle. Oh, Liam Evans. He's going to be over the line. Referee Sonny Tyre is going to check it, but I think he's held up. Yep, quite clearly held up. Great call from our trusty officials. As they're going to go out to the 10-metre line now. Fourth tackle. Long ball out to Sonny Sharp. He's going to be taken 3 metres out. It's going to go back. Oh, perfect.
Oh! Jeez, Mario McKenna. Sorry, Sam Lillard just laying out Kobe Johnston there, but geez, the Broncos, they just threw everything they had there. The Bulldogs just look to have a little bit more resolve in defense for now. It just appears that Byron Clay's microphone has cut out for the time being, so it will be a high tackle there on Kobe Johnson, as that will be a penalty. A well-timed one. for the Bulldogs here. And sorry, I'll let you take over, Clay.
Sorry, just some technical difficulties up in the box, unfortunately. So couldn't get to you on that one, but the Bulldogs will now have perfect field position as Luke Short does sit Moana down. First tackle. Kobe Johnston breaks away. Plays will wrap him up 5 meters out. The Bulldogs have to score here if there any chance. As it goes out to Columbus. That is a great tackle there. I think that's Zachary Brown. So get to see Hellier. He'll be wrapped up on the 4th tackle. Bulldogs. Oh, my armor, that is too easy. They're going to go upstairs though, but you'd have to think that is a clean-cut try.
Oh yeah, Towan very close to the sideline here. But, you know, the Bulldogs, they needed to score first in the second half, and they have done that. I may want to actually go and buy some land off Dylan Sharp because he has given that man so much space to just get in that corner. My other probably could just ran it in another 5 meters and he still would have gone in unscathed. So, great stuff from the Bulldogs. They're on the board. They need to keep this going. They've got to try every 10 minutes from now on to draw it.
Yeah, it's a very big ask. Not many teams have come back from 24 points down. I mean, the biggest comeback in SRL history is 24 points. And Thomas Wallace can't bring it back. Scoreline stays at 24 points to 4. And if Bulldogs are to try and come back and win this game, it will be the equal biggest comeback in SRL history. So they have a lot. They have a very, very huge mountain to climb.
Yeah, and that missed kick just made it all that much harder. They've now got to score not only 3 times and convert all of them, they've got to get a penalty goal or a 4th try in there, or 5th try rather, in there somewhere. And that's a big shot. They're just throwing the shoulders around, aren't these Broncos boys?
They're not afraid. We've seen Luke Short do it earlier, and that was great play as Hodgson, 35 out, 3rd play. Joseph Jackson back for TTM. Oh, he breaks through 1. Can't get past that 2nd tackle though. Just short of halfway now. Jackson, long ball out to Hellier. And the Broncos get to the 40-meter line. As they play it 5th and last. Back for Columbus. Oh, that is a big kick from Columbus. Dylan Sharp on the return though. Gets driven back. And the Bulldogs have come out with a bit of urgency here. Maybe, just maybe, they could try something.
That's your 2nd.
Yeah, maybe they could. Like, if they could just pin them down this end, get the ball back. I could see the Bulldogs attack just sparking something. And it looks like their defense is holding up pretty well. The Broncos were slicing through them in the first half. It looks like they're backing themselves a little bit more now. They've got a little bit more resilience.
40,
as I say that, that's a 40-20 surely from Bakers. No, the bounce was favouring the Bulldogs there.
Oh yeah, and TTM does really well there to stop that. Now it's going to be Joseph Jackson going straight through. Over halfway. He has 1 to beat. Over the 30. Over the 20. To the 10. Oh, what a run from Joseph Jackson. We've seen him do it many times this season. He does it again. Much needed as Hellier drives to the line. He gets over the line. Going to be put on his back, and referee Blake Harris does call held up. So it's going to be 3rd tackle. Kobe Johnston. He's taken down. Oh, holding on there. 4th tackle. Long ball. Hellier hit off the ball. Doesn't matter. Jackson picks it up. 5th and last. Hellier. Oh, Grubbins it. Oh, it's a try. Hodgson scores. And the Bulldogs, they've got it 2 in a row. Maybe, just maybe, there's something there.
Beautiful play there from Daniel Hellier. He looped around in perfect time. It came off John Baker's legs. Sits up perfectly for Cameron Hodgson, who plants it over the line. That's a great play there from the 5'8" for the Bulldogs. And maybe, just like you said, maybe, just maybe, they can come back into this game yet.
There's still a handful of time. they'd probably need to score 3 tries or 2 tries and convert it in a penalty goal. So depending on if this kick does go in, which it does go in, so Bulldogs are only down by 14 points with 25 minutes to go. If they score every 10 minutes, like you said, I think they'd be in with a real chance.
Yeah, the Broncos, they need to get the ball in their attacking territory. They've been all down their end. They need to hold the Bulldogs down this end and, get some points on the board. Just need a try or two to really put this game to rest. Because right now, it's actually the Bulldogs looking like they may stage an unlikely comeback. We thought we wrote them off at halftime, Tyrone, but at the moment, the Broncos, they are, well, they've got something in their throat, shall we say.
They do, and got to try and get it out here. To get to see Columbus step through the line, and the Bulldogs here get some field position. 3rd tackle. Elliott is going to go back inside for Moana. He isn't able to fend anyone off there. 4th tackle. Going to go down this short side. It's going to go back for TTM. He steps through. Gets inside the 20, so there should be an attacking kick. Not that there's going to be a penalty. Instead, held in tackle. Bulldogs just going to take the tap. Probably the right decision there, as now we get to see Oos Willis. And the Bulldogs have a fresh set. It's a very, very dangerous field position. Get to see Damien Moana 10 metres out, 2nd tackle. Joseph Jackson going to just take a run. He's going to drive for the line. He's a metre short. 3rd tackle. Oh, off the ball.
Ooh.
And the Broncos managed to pick it up.
They've escaped
and the Bulldogs will be filthy.
They have escaped there, the Broncos, but I don't know how much longer they can do that. Luke Shaw helping them out a little bit there, getting them off their own line, but they just can't afford to keep making mistakes like that close to their own try line. They will pay for it later if they keep on playing the way they are. They need to really figure out how to get back to that form that we saw in the first half.
Yeah, it's good to see John Baker's big kick. It's not going to be a 40-20. It's going to be very, very good distance, though. And 10 metres out, TTM has to get it. And great tackle from Simon Hunt. Just brilliant players. It's going to go back for Kobe Johnston. And the Broncos here in the last few minutes, they've kicked into gear. Ever since they made that last error, it feels like they've gone up a notch. And now I think they're here to play as Zeus Willis takes the run. 4th tackle just over the 30. Good to see the subs.
Oh, no!
Plus the subs got in the way.
Oh, he's come right back on. He's made an error immediately. That is a borderline penalty play there. That's borderline intentional flawed pass. You knew very well that player was in front of you, but regardless, the Broncos had the great opportunity to put points on the board for their first points of the second half, and Sonny Sharp is taking a great run. What a workhorse he is. The subs on for both teams. As we're entering this last 20 minutes, it's going to be great to watch.
As the Broncos, they're trying something. It comes off.
Oh.
It does come off. Plays gets a hat-trick, ladies and gentlemen. And now just maybe the Bulldogs, I think they might be out of it now.
I don't see them coming back now. They'll be 20 points down, 20 minutes to go. I think that the Broncos have won this, and Justin plays. What a game he's had tonight. He's just been something else. As the Broncos, they have well and truly exceeded expectations tonight.
They have, and they may have just earned themselves. I think they will have earned themselves a final spot. So, very good to see as Bakers will convert and to set out to that 20-point lead. I think it's a bit too much for the Dogs, and the Broncos, great game. Brilliant first half, and the Dogs just can't seem to be able to match that performance.
You know, they just can't, and I think that in front of a home crowd like this, the Bulldogs will be very disappointed with how they've played tonight so far. I mean, unless they pull off a miraculous 20 points in probably 15 minutes by the time they get the ball back, this home crowd's going to go home disappointed. They're not going to finish in the top 4. The Broncos fans, however, they'll be very pleased with themselves. They will, in fact, finish in the top 8, and they'll be very happy to take that mantle, to take and roll the dice in finals. We may very well see these two teams face off, depending on some other results, next week. So that would be an interesting match, and it'll probably be back here or at ANZ Stadium, being that the Bulldogs would naturally be placed higher in the ladder.
Yeah, it is. The Broncos going out to play. So they're going to spread it to Riker Manu. And the Broncos, they've got some field position again. It's going to be 5th and last. Eddie Oliver, Liam Evans gets in the way. And that's just disappointing. That's just a disappointing end to that set there from the Broncos. Now we get to see the Bulldogs with the ball.
Yeah, we will, and it's down their end as well. Hard to say that they're going to actually find their way out of this. It's going to be a tough ask for them.
Oh, almost there with the offload. Hellier gets driven back. Second tackle. The Bulldogs, they're just going to throw the ball around here. They're going to go out to TTM. Bakers, he's there in defence. Great play. Third tackle now. Hodgson will just take it up, and Bulldogs here, I think they've realised that this game is out of reach, so they're not throwing the kitchen sink at it. Oh, it's Hodgson. I thought he knocked that ball on. They're going to say play on, but it's not going to result in anything else.
No, and it's just going to be a simple handover here. The Broncos, Caleb Jeff just got a hiccup there from him, but the Broncos, they'll get another set here, maybe push it down this other end. If they get another try, to help their differential going into finals, build some confidence. But anything from now on for either team is just extras. It's just bonuses. The game, the result, it's not going to change at the end of the day. The Broncos have won this game. It's all about saving face now for both teams. Getting either some extra points or stopping the other team from getting extra points.
Yes, get to see Caleb Jeff take a run inside the 20 and going to be 5th and last. And Bakers just puts it up. Isaac Edwards, he's going to take it over my arm. But he can't do anything else, and the Bulldogs will get the ball 12 metres out from their own line now. Get to see Mobs transitioning into the middle. First tackle. It's going to go out to Willis, and it was unlucky not to break that tackle there. Bulldogs here just trying to work it up. Can't do anything. Joseph Jackson, he's had a good game as always. Third tackle here for the Bulldogs. It's going to go Viva Lagawa. He's going to throw the Harbour Bridge ball, and it's picked off by Simon Hunt. I mean, the Bulldogs, they had to throw the ball around, and unfortunately it hasn't worked on that occasion.
It really hasn't. It's just been the story of the night tonight. They have tried so many different plays, tried so many different combinations. Just every time they do so, the Broncos have an answer. They've been able to find the ball in the most unlikely of situations. And to that, that's big props to them. Congratulations to them, because that's really what's got them to win tonight. At the end of the day, it's all about ball possession. They had 65% of the ball in the first half, and that was largely due to the intercepts.
As we get to see, grab a kick. Too far. Justin Plays wanted a fourth. You saw him just trying to run after the ball, but it was too far gone. As we get to see the Bulldogs with a 7-tackle set here. Trying to get a consolation as we get to see Kamene up the middle. Brilliant run. First tackle. They're already over halfway here, the Dogs. Going to try and spread it. TTM. Steps past one. I think that was Eddie Oliver. It's going to be second tackle now. Going to go Johnston. Off to Kamene. And Bulldogs here. Third tackle just near the 20-metre line. Kobe Johnston getting it yet again. He's a workhorse for this Bulldogs forward pack. Brilliant player. 4th tackle now. As Bulldogs not going to do anything, and it's going to be 5th and last. Hellier puts up the bomb and might hit the crossbar. No, TTM gets it and he's going to score, but with how much time there is left, I think that's just a big consolation.
Yeah, it's just a consolation try at this point. A good try from Tatiro Maxwell still. He's been such a good performer for them at the fullback, in the fullback jersey the last 2 seasons. So good to see him cross the line tonight. Yeah, I mean, 14 points down. It's probably not the way they wanted to go. But nonetheless, you know, it's not too damaging. Their finals chances are still pretty strong, I think, for this side. So they're going to keep their heads up going to finals week 1. The Broncos will be joining them. I don't know if they'll be in the same game yet, but they'll definitely be joining them in some capacity. And if they do play again next week, they know exactly what they need to do.
Yeah, definitely, and interesting to see how they bounce back, the Bulldogs, next week. And yet again, we always say, we've said it already tonight, but big congratulations to the Broncos, just coming into the end of the season with some brilliant form, and they've managed to pick up that finals position, which many people would have thought would have been out of reach or unlikely to get it, but they've defied the odds and they've managed to pick it up. So fair players. Now we'll get to see the Bulldogs. They can't do anything. And they're going to try something here. No, they're just going to throw it out wide. Slugger. You can't turn Justin players inside out. It's going to be 5th and last. Johnston kicks it long. It's going to go down to Raikamanu. He's going to step past one. He is almost going to get past TTM, and that was quite unfortunate there for the Broncos.
Oi. Just a bit of throwing the ball around there, but the Broncos, I think they've just kind of gone into sleep mode, just into cruise control. They're not caring too much at this point. I don't blame them. No point pushing too hard on anything. Just see this game through, avoid any injuries, and they'll be sweet.
But they're still offloading the ball. 4th tackle now. Gonna spread it out wide. Simon Hunt. He's had a good game. 5th and last. Caleb Jeff putting in the grubber. Oh, and Bakers gets on the end of it. And the Broncos just to put the cherry on top. What a game. He deserves that try, John Bakers.
Yeah, he's had a great game tonight, John Bakers. His kicking has been excellent, so he deserves a dime. I didn't know that the beach sprinter had that sort of precision in him off the boot, but beautiful kick there. John Bakers just crossing very elegantly. And the Broncos, if they kick this, it'll be a 20-point victory, you'd think.
Yes, it would be. Definitely not what many people expected, and just having a quick look at the weekly bets, as of this recording, only one person has gone Broncos 19 plus. So that is very interesting. So definitely not many people predicted this outcome. I mean, that 19 plus could still get quashed. There is still 3 minutes, but we're not praying for a Broncos death, I think.
No, I think this will probably be the final score we see tonight. And it just feels like the last 20 minutes of this game have just dragged on and on, Tyrone. I think the Broncos players, the Bulldogs players, they probably agree with me as well. They just want to get off the field. They're done for the night. They're tired. They've put everything they've got into this game. I mean, the result, it shows that the Broncos have put everything they got in this game. The Bulldogs, they hope they bounce back next week and learn from their mistakes. But, you know, it's just one of those nights, and you don't often get these kind of nights 2 weeks in a row. So hopefully, you know, they've spent all their bad luck going into finals and not rather in finals.
Yeah, I definitely have to agree with you there as Isaac Edwards puts in the deep kick down to Mayava. Mayava's going to step. Oh, Justin plays. Great tackle. He has had an absolutely standout performance. Obviously got himself that hat-trick, but he's also been very good on defence, stopping many players from running away and scoring. So he's had a really good performance, you'd have to say. Bulldogs now will get to see only 30 seconds left on the clock. I don't think they're going to try anything else spectacular. As Joseph Jackson is just going to kick it down. The Broncos are going to let it bounce. Oh, they're going to run it out.
And that's going to be full time.
And that's going to be the game. And the Broncos had booked themselves into the final series with a convincing win over the Bulldogs. And well, definitely not a result we would have expected coming into this.
No, I don't think anyone saw this coming. I especially didn't. The Broncos, that is a huge result for them. A big congratulations to Anthony McDonald. I think this may be his first finals appearance in his career. As for a lot of these players, it will be as well. So, congratulations to them. They've really put their heart in the sleeve tonight. And they reap the rewards from their hard work. We'll just look at some of the stats now if you want to run us through these.
Wow, and I mean, we could see why the Bulldogs lost this game. 13 errors, just absolutely costing them. 16 for 26 completion rate, 21 missed tackles. Definitely the reason why. And the Broncos, it wasn't that big of a difference, but I think the main reason why Bulldogs lost by so much was because they made so many errors. Would you have to agree?
Yeah, absolutely. The Bulldogs, they couldn't hold on to the ball tonight. It really hurt them in some spots. If you look at 10 incompletions, 13 errors all up, that really, really sucks. So, yeah, I mean, the Broncos, they took full advantage of it. They did really, really well tonight. And we'll just move on to some personal stats, some player stats.
As starting off with the Bulldogs and Joseph Jackson up the top. He's just been a really, really good player for them this season, picking him up from the Broncos last season. So this was a very big game from him. Wallace having a good game. TTM quiet on the run meters, but yet he still managed to cross over, and wasn't really anyone with many errors. Nearly every single person, I think more than half their team, made a single error, so you can clearly see why. That's just disappointing.
Yeah, it was a team loss tonight, I think, at the end of the day. You look at players who expect to make more meters. I mean, John Mayava only getting 69 meters. I mean, that's nice, but not nice enough from him. So things like that. Damien Mawani, a lock, only making 71 run meters, 1 line break. That will really kill you. On the obverse of that is that he made 31 tackles and missed none. So it's very defensive oriented, and I think it was just because they gave up the ball so early. Everyone was too fatigued to do anything in attack, and that's when why they played so well. At the start of the second half, they had a chance to recuperate, but once they got rolling again, it's the same story in the second half eventually.
Yeah, as we now go have a look at these Broncos stats, and Justin plays up the top of the list. What a game he had. 13 tackles, 250 run meters, 9 line breaks, a hat-trick. Just an absolutely brilliant performance from him. Luke Short also had a good game. Eddie Oliver, same as well. Simon Hunt, it was a well-rounded team performance from the Broncos.
Yeah, it absolutely was, and I just want to give a quick shout-out to Marley Arkey. Playing at centre for most of the game tonight. He made 11 tackles, only missed 2. Made a line break, and of course scored that first try. He had a really good game, I thought. Probably one of his career best at centre. So big ups to him. Anthony McDonald only managing to find 26 minutes on the field tonight. It was a bit of an awkward thing with the substitute cards, I think, tonight. I'm not too sure what was going on. Maybe that's something that needs to be looked into next week. But nonetheless, a very solid performance all round from the Broncos. Dylan Sharp got 2 try assists.
Yeah, big shout out.
good stuff to him. Only running 33 run meters. But I think that he really needs to work on what he needs to work on next week is Rakamanus making those run meters. You can't just rely on Justin players in the finals.
Yeah.
So they need to make sure that they really get amongst it next week.
Yeah, definitely. And that'll be it here on Tuesday night. And we'll see you tomorrow for some more final round action.